Well, good afternoon for day 6, the penultimate day of the 2018 World Para-Athletics European Championships in the Friedrich Ludwig Jahn Sport Park in northeast Berlin. Loads to look forward to. There have been an absolute bonanza of championship records, European records and world records already, and with 2 sessions remaining we should expect a few more, and it may well come in the men's long jump T64 final. Marcus Reim, the home favourite, 2-time Paralympic long jump champion, won the last 4 world championships and also the last 2 European championships. He goes at just after 2:30 local time. The men's 200 metres T36 final, Graham Ballard, gold in the 100 metres, looking to make it a double for Great Britain. And then a little later on, towards the finish, we've got relay rounds. And we also have Joanna Major, 3 medals so far, 1 of each colour. She goes in the women's 400 metres T11 final. Well, we've had a mixture of weather over the 5 days of competition so far. I can tell you there is a rather strong breeze. It's coming out of the southwest this afternoon. The temperature of 21 degrees. I don't expect it to get much more than that.
We're ready to get underway with the afternoon's action, starting with the final.
Denmark have had some joy in these games. Poland had plenty yesterday. Germany have done okay as well. That's who everyone's come to see. Marcus Reim getting himself nicely warmed up on what's a coolish day with a rather strong breeze. It's been swirling a lot over the first few days. And it's continued again. You can see those flags away to the left there. There will be a strong breeze. Marcus Reim being introduced to the crowd in the men's long jump T64. I'm Tolson Tollett. Will Downing is with me on day 6. One more day to go after this, second last session. Plenty to look forward to, Will.
Yes, good afternoon. Men's shot put F57, seated throw, men's discus F37, the coordination impairment, and that men's long jump T64 are the first field events of the day. And it's the men's long jump that we will be sitting on a lot for the opening half hour. Marcus Reim, such a huge name in German sport across the board, and going for yet another gold medal in the men's long jump today. T64, the single below knee prosthesis event that's been separated from the amputees and the 40s from these games. There's a flag we've seen a lot this week. Great Britain have had a very, very successful time of it. Quick word that Timothy Adolphe, who won the men's 200 metres T11 last night, you remember he won the 200 and the 400 the World Championships last year, disqualified in both, and disqualified again last night because he didn't wear the bib, and so he loses another gold. Hey-ho. Men's discus F37, first of the field events to have a quick look at and get a quality feel. The former world champion Mikola Zhabnak, Ukraine, is in this. The man who won gold at this week's European Championships in Greece, Apostolos Karatanidis, also a prime candidate here, and Tomas Kovitch, the former Paralympic champion, former world champion as well. He's the man we're taking a look at first. He was 5th in the shot here this week, gold in the shot and the discus, Athens 2004, and gold in the shot and discus at the World Championships in 2006. 4-time world champion, double Paralympic champion from Poland, Tomas Kovitch.
And what a way to start your career, being spotted on the street by a coach and being asked to take up athletics.
Here is the shot champion from this week, from these European Championships, which is excellent for a championship day. We talked Apostolos Karatanidis, the former world champion from Lyon in 2013, the former European champion from Swansea in 2014 for Ukraine, Mikola Zhabnak.
Throwing a 4, ranked number 6.
The reigning world junior champion from last year in Knotville, and he won bronze in the Javelin here this week, and also at the World Championships in London last year. Lucas Chanetsky. Bronze in the shot this week, as was the case at the World Championships in London for Lithuania. Donatas Dunzis. And the silver medalist in the discus at the last European Championships in Grosseto. Big run for Denmark. Ronnie Jens. We'll see that progress. Crowds big again here at the Friedrich Ludwig Jan Sport Park for the penultimate day. And this is what most of the crowd, to be honest, have come to see. The final of the men's long jump, T64. The huge name in this, Marcus Ray. 2 Paralympic gold medals for the World Championships. Unfortunately, an equally big name, man who's perennial medalist alongside Marcus Ray. Roland Hertog, you'll see, does not start. First major champion for a former army man based out of Halle, 6th in the 200 metres for Belgium, David Delos Pierce. 2 goals already this week in the 200 and the 4x1, silver in the last European long jump. Felix Streng. First major champion for a man who picked up a silver in the 4x100 metres relay last night, the 19-year-old from Rome for Italy, Marco Chichetti. So here he is, the man who has 8 major championship titles to his name in the long jump. The world record holder, 8 minutes 47. It's Marcus Ray. We are Ronald Hertog-less, so for Greece, the silver in the 200 metres. First major championship for Greece's Stylianos Alakopoulos. Bronze in the long jump at last year's World Championships in London. Won the same medal in Grosseto at the Europeans 2 years ago. Jean-Baptiste Delays of France. Man who's medalled twice in the long jump. Last time around it was bronze, and high jump in 08 for Greece, Christos Kapellas. For Italy, the man who's walked straight out of a film noir. Silver in the 4x1 last night for Italy, Roberta La Berbera. Next for Greece, 5th in the 200 metres this week, Yanis Savdikalis. And finally, the 5th placer in the 200 metres final here this week from Calais in France, Dimitri Povat.
Long jump final. Each of the competitors will have 3 jumps, and it will be introduced them, after which the leading 8 will have 3.
Looking forward to this.
30 seconds.
It should be quite the joust. Well, also interesting to see what direction the wind is blowing today. How much it'll help the main men, who was thought potentially in Grosseto 2 years ago, the wind was at the back of Marcus Ray, that he could very easily have landed outside of the pit, but it didn't happen, mercifully. We're underway. David Delos Pierce of Belgium. That'll be a red flag. Too keen. Might be quite a win behind them straight away, but we're not going to know until we get a legal effort. So this is what we are concentrating on for the first half hour or so. Felix Streng up next. 2 gold medals to his name already this week.
And the most recent in the 4x100 for Felix Streng. He won silver in the long jump at the 2016 European Championships. You'll never guess who he was behind. Have a think. He's up soon. So Streng's ready to go. So are the crowd. Well, that's long. That is up around over the 750 mark. And he had some distance to go as well because he took off well behind the board.
Didn't use the board at all either. He took off in advance of it, so gave maybe 25, 30 centimetres away.
Gave a lot away. 746 is lifetime best set this year. There you go. Have a look at that. Loads more room for improvement. But the interesting thing will be the wind.
World record could be under threat today if it's sufficiently to their backs. Now Delos Pierce actually ran into a slight headwind. Minus 0.6.
We saw it yesterday, didn't we? The wind, one moment it was negative, 1 minute it was positive. It just kept on changing direction in the women's long jump. 7:49, that's a negative into his face. A new lifetime best for Felix Streng. What a way to start for the Germans. Marco Ciccietti, 19-year-old who's one of his hobbies is drawing. Something I wish I could do much better. So Felix Streng has got us underway with a new lifetime best, breaking his old mark by 3 centimetres to take first place. Having some championships is the young German. So the first of 2 Italians in the field. Ciccietti with number 1. Well, that's some distance behind the board as well. That's up around the 650 mark. That's about a metre short of what we just saw Felix Streng put out there a moment ago. Well, there was a slight headwind for Streng earlier. I can tell you where we are now, looking down on the pit mount position. It almost feels as though the wind's coming from the opposite direction, but you can't fault the technology. Quiet word with the coach there just to explain about the takeoff, I think, because it was a distance behind. So Ciccietti wanders back. 6:56 for him. Look at that wind behind him, though, the tailwind, plus 2.7.
Now, Marcus Rame, that's new world record set in Japan in July, 8 meters 47. Once in his career, he's already surpassed a world championship gold medal winning jump. Here's a distance to think of. 8 meters 25 is what this year's Europeans across town were won in. That's around 8 meters. That's a white flag. Wind speed definitely swirling around majorly. $8.25 was the gold medal winning leap in the Olympiastadion for Miltiades Tentoglu. Didn't really clip the board much at all, did he?
If the wind gets much stronger, they might have to extend the pit.
Good luck with that. Such a huge popular figure he is in German sport. Steffi Nereus, the Javelin world champion, 2009 in the IAAF. Sousa's coach now, was involved with the German national team for many years. Championship record, 7.75. And the wind speed was in his favour, plus 1.6.
Stilios Malakopoulos, 21-year-old, at his first major championship. Studying economics at the University of Macedonia in Thessaloniki. That's a red flag. So there'll be no score there in the first jump for the Greek Stylianos Malakopoulos.
The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, you may have read lately, have agreed to change their name because there's been a long-running dispute between Greek Macedonia. They both laid a claim to the name. So, Jean-Baptiste Delays, bronze in London at the World Championships, bronze in the last Europeans in Grosseto, and in between, in Rio, he finished 5th in the long jump. Finished 6th in the 200 meters here. Here we go, he wants a rhythmic clapping. Few spots of rain. Windy. Seems to be blowing across. Here comes Delays. Used the board well and out around 7 meters. So at the moment, Rain leads 7.75, Strang second, 7.49, and Gichetti of Italy 6.56. That's the top three, the only three marks so far. 2 no jumps, but Delays should be okay, and possibly will put him into the bronze medal position. Six meters 70. He goes third. So Christos Kapellas now for Greece. Bronze in the high jump in Swansea in 2014. That's his best championship performance. He's never medalled in the long jump before. Opportunities here, that's around 6.5 meters. The wind speed has varied from a headwind of 1.0 to a tailwind of 2.7. He's currently in third position, 6 meters 70. Kapellas at 6.50. And he goes into 5th spot. The charismatic Roberto La Barbera. .51 now, the man they call the Barbarian. Silver in the long jump in Athens in 2004. He actually wanted to call his daughter Athena. His wife said, yeah, let's pick something else. That's a foul, I fear, and landed around 6 meters 50. The man with film star looks absolutely ploughed through the plasticine there, so that's going to be replaced. And La Barbera, look at the wind speed. It was into a headwind that time. It's a unique open stadium, the second biggest stadium in Berlin, and there's action in the biggest stadium in Berlin, the Olympiastadion. Hertha are playing Nuremberg in around 45 minutes. Big sporting city this is. Yanis Sevdikalis of Greece, 10th to go. 5th in the 200 meters here. 6th in the long jump in London. He's been on the stage in Greece. Likes to try different things. He was in a Greek stage production of The Birds. That was by the Greek playwright Aristophanes. Tippi Hedren was not involved. Birds, I guess, weren't involved either. He's flown here, though, beyond 6 meters. He's a T62, guesting in the T64. He's aiming long-term for a world record in his category of the long jump. Lifetime best is 6:21. Season's best, all the 5s. Barely clipped the board, gave 20 centimeters away. And of the 6 marks that count so far, that will be the shortest. It's a season's best all the same, 6 meters 04, and he goes 6th.
So here's Dimitri Pavade, 5th in the long jump. The man from France. Second of the French athletes going in this men's long jump T64. Low knee amputees. That there is way behind the board. He's out over the 6 metre mark, but he's got a good 20 centimetres to make up to the length of the plasticine. There's that breeze we've been talking about. Quite some distance behind. Well, he's up around his lifetime best. That's 6:05. That was set this year as well. 6:03, so 2 centimetres off his lifetime best, and he's got loads more in him because he was nowhere near the edge of that plasticine. David Delos Pierce with his second, his first one not registering. Well, that one does. That's over the 5 metre mark. Had his birthday 10 days ago. Nice way to celebrate it, being at the European Championships just afterwards. 42 years of age. His first mark is 5:03, leaves him down in 8th place. Interesting there, though, with that all of a sudden tailwind has gone behind him as Felix Streng gets set. A lifetime best in his first, here comes his second. With the wind yet again, one moment it's a headwind, one moment it's a tailwind. That one there was over the allowed +2 metres. As Streng gets himself focused, organised, to see if he can improve on that silver from 2 years ago in Grosseto. Well, he's still got loads of room. And I mean loads of room. He didn't even hit the board. There must be at least 25 to 30 centimetres in that he's not getting.
And that's the second time he's done that as well. I mean, with wind conditions like this, if you have a very strong tailwind at your back, the threat is that you'll misjudge the run-up and you'll foul. And
well, here's the interesting thing. That new lifetime best he set before, the tailwind was okay. Have a look at that. Look how far he is behind. That is a monstrous amount of centimetres he's leaving behind. Well, 7.71, it's a legal jump as well, so he's yet again smashed his lifetime best. Marco Giacchetti, second attempt, first of 6:56. That's tight. It's too tight. A foul. Now, I know he's speaking to his coach at the end of his first jump, just saying he'd left some centimetres behind as well. But that time he pushed the limits a little bit too much. So the check goes on again. There was no doubt it was a foul. As we await the man from Leverkusen, the world record holder, already set the championship record. I thought at one point he might actually jump out of the pit. It's a battle in two at the moment between this man, Marcus Rehm, and his compatriot Felix Streng, who's already won gold over the 200 metres at these championships in the individual events. Rehm sets himself. He waits. Just waiting for that wind. Off he goes. No, he doesn't like that one. He was way behind the board. It was the wind that was a concern for him. You saw him just moving his arms right there as he was just waiting for that wind to die down somewhat, just to get himself into a position to go, and in the end, he just lost his run on the way.
I wonder if there's just a little bit of self-pressure, the fact that it's the first time he's competed in a major championship on home soil. There was a little shake of the head as well. The wind is not helping. If it was a bit calmer, I have absolutely no doubt that the unpredictability factor would be gone, and sort of unusual circumstances in this competition would be non-existent. He's leading by 4 centimetres at the moment, Rain, from Felix Jeng. Here's Malakopoulos again of Greece, a no jump in the opening round. He's got out to 6:37 this season, a lifetime best. That would be good enough for 6th. Greeks currently in 5th and 6th, in Capellas and Sev Dikalis, respectively, and he's used the board well, but that's around 6 metres, and his arm was flailing a little bit as well, so that'll cost him a few centimetres. Still a bit of ground to make up. Raim's second attempt was 6 metres 15. This will be about 6:15 as well. A little bit shorter than that. 5:87. Here's Mikola Żabniak. First throw in the discus. And that's heading out around 50 metres, between 40 and 50 for Mikola Żabniak. Men's discus F37, he's the former European and world champion, having won those titles in 2013 and 2014. He's our leader, 49.83 in round 3. Legs in the long jump. Deep into round 2, he's currently in the bronze medal position, 6 metres 70. And just pulled up during that jump. It's registered 6 metres. And there's no doubt that in what's quite an open stadium, sort of a round bowl of a stadium as well, that the strong winds we have today are definitely affecting the jumping. We've seen the best of Streng. He's been fortunate. Winds have been quite calm when he's been out there. Raim going out to 7.75, but he can go much further, and the rest, I wonder if they feel they've produced anything near their best so far. Capellas now for Greece.
Christos Capellas, 5th 2 years ago, slightly outside the medals. Well outside the medals in Doha 3 years ago. That's up there around the 6:50 mark, give or take. 6:78, his lifetime best. Not too much wrong with the actual takeoff. Couldn't have got much closer. 6:39, no improvement. 5th place. So the women's 1500 metres T20, the Biaxi sisters tail ending at the beginning and the end of that list. And Barbara Novitsial, the reigning European champion, over 1500 metres. Gold here, over 800 already. She's also the 2012 and 2016 Paralympic champion. And as the Biaxi twins, who have just taken it out after the first lap or so, and Iona Biaxi was leading there, but it's Dan Lena now who's moved around into a strong position of the Ukraine as they head down towards the last few hundred metres, and it's Nicely placed. Barbara and Novizio, the Biaxis, are never finished on the podium together. It doesn't look like it's going to happen again as Novizio goes around the outside of Daniela. She was silver in the 800 metres behind Barbara Novizio. The Biaxis are working hard for bronze at the back, but it's Barbara Novizio who's going to take the gold medal and make it back-to-back European Championships, and a second gold medal for her at the Championships here in Berlin as she picks up 1,500 metres gold to go with the 800 metres. Barbara Novizio. She's done it again. 4:43.33. Paralympic champion, world champion, and again, European champion. So Novizio takes the win, a season best for Danilina with a second silver for her, and Bernadette Biaxi picks up a season best in third, beating home her sister Iona.
Men's final, we will see shortly the equivalent, the 1500 metres T20 final. But also coming up on the track very shortly, the women's 200 metres T47. Brown and Jeremin involved in that. Speaking of which,
women's 200 metres T47. Alicia Jeremin in lane 5. Gold over 100 metres. Can she do the sprint double? She'll be going from lane 5.
On your mark.
Sally Brown of Great Britain. She was second in the 400 metres, the partner of the Paralympic and world champion Johnny Peacock, who's not racing here this year. So Yashova, who goes from the Czech Republic in 3, Brown of Great Britain in 4, Alicia Jeremin, formerly Fyodorov of Poland, who goes in 5, and Angelina Lanza will go from 6. And Jeremin gets away well, and does Brown, but on the inside, quickest is Teresa Yashova of the Czech Republic, who's gone up inside Sally Brown of Great Britain, doing well there, second from the outside. The red trousers, as you can see there, is Alicia Jeremin doing well. Angelina Lanza on the outside, looks like she might actually get it. That's Lanza on the outside, he's picked up Jeremin. It's France is going to take it, it's Poland is going to be second. Lanza takes it in a time of 26:31, beating off Alicia Jeremin and Teresa Yashova has come across third. But Lanza, well, she worked very, very hard in that last 60, 70 metres. She dropped off around the bend, but she set herself a new lifetime best of 26:31. Now, when they get away, it's quickest on the inside. It's Yashova who showed real turn of speed. And at that point there, you thought it was Alicia Jeremin who was going to race away, but look at Lanza on the outside. Gold in the long jump. Gold in the 200 metres. A 25-year-old who works in communications and marketing management. There'll be a few people looking to communicate with her later. She's a gold medalist again. Lifetime best for Lanza Jeremin in second, Yashova third, and Sally Brown 27:93 in fourth.
so Felix Streng in his third round attempts. That fantastic lifetime best of 7 meters 71 in the second round, and he's a man who's definitely producing his best. We've also had a PB from Dimitri Pavard of France, but he's down in 7th place. So Streng, an extra 4 centimeters, will put him into the lead. Can he find it there? That's a good leap. And the thing as well is that he hasn't hit the board in his 2 previous attempts. Gave 25 centimeters away last time, would have landed around 8 meters in the second round, and would be in the lead. Germany 1 and 2 at the moment, Rehm 4 centimeters ahead. He might have edged marginally ahead of that 771. To be frank, that looks, second glance, a bit shy of 7.5. Wind speed was virtually nothing there. Bit of disappointment for Strang. And again, the board was barely touched. And that was 7 meters, 33.
On the track, it's the men's T38 200 meters.
Gichetti of Italy currently lying in 4th.
Well, he's spoken to his coach a couple of times about the positioning. The first time he was a good 30 centimetres behind, the second time he fouled. What's going to happen here? Well, that's better. That was somewhere in between his first 2 jumps when it came to taking off. Yeah, much better. He's hit the board. He's got a few centimetres to spare, but he's in a much better position than he was in the first or second jumps. The second, obviously, a foul, no good whatsoever. The first, he was 30 centimetres short of where he should have been. 6.94, his lifetime best. He's up to it near 6.87. He's in 3rd position. A few drops of rain. Won't affect this man, though. Marcus Rame. There's Felix Strang, who's in 2nd position. Marcus Rame, who's in 1st. Third attempt, already a championship record. His 2nd, misjudged the runner altogether. Looks happier on this one. Well, that's way out there. And he still had some distance on the board as well. If anything, he was nowhere near the edge. Well, a championship record with his first of 7.75. His 2nd was measured, but this one is way out there. The only question is going to be, what is the wind? He likes it. Well, it's over 8 metres, surely. But what's the wind? 8 metres exactly. Legal jump. A new championship record for Marcus Rame.
So the final of the men's 200 metres, T38. And David Kavtaradze finished 2nd in that thrilling long jump last night. Does not start, but the gold medalist from last night, Mikita Senik, certainly does. The 400 metres champion from this week, Lorenzo Albaladeco Martinez for Great Britain. See Kyle Keyworth, his first major combination. Thomas Young, the middle of the 3 Britons, based in Loughborough. And to his left, as we see it, Ross Patterson, silver in the 400 from Paisley, fan of St Mirren. Winners of the Scottish Championship last season. Kolick in his first major championship, now on the outside, bronze in the 400. So Great Britain with 3 representatives in this, Ukraine, Spain and Germany. All with 1 apiece. Well, Senik, the European 200 metres champion from Swansea in 2014, he also won the 100 and the long jump there. And gold in the 4x100 metres relay in the Worlds in 2011 in Christchurch. Rain's beginning to spit down. Albaladeco in lane 5, a journalist and TV host locally. And in the last 3 Europeans, he's won 2 medals each time. He's got a gold here in the 400. Can he do a double? Or will Senik do the long jump 200 double? So it's Keyworth of Great Britain in 2, Senik Ukraine in 3, Young of Great Britain in 4, Albaladeco Martinez Spain in 5, Patterson Great Britain 6, Kolic Germany 7. Kavtaradze of Georgia does not start. Away first time, solid start certainly by Senik in lane 3, and even more so, Young's looking very good here for Great Britain in this T38 final. They straighten up. It's Thomas Young who's leading the way. Now Senek who's strong in the straight, responding well, but it's Young in his first major championship who's moving up well and looks likely for gold for Great Britain. And Young takes it as well. Senek the silver, Albrecht the bronze, and the two gold medalists from this week going into have been beaten by Thomas Young, the 18-year-old, 23.70. He is young and he is a champion. Lifetime best as well. He's taken 1300ths off it. Sensational stuff. And Great Britain's medal haul, the gold rush continues. What a brilliant start it was by Young. Remember, coordination impairment. It won't always be smooth. And Young has got a forward-leaning running style. It works well for him. You always think he might topple over. He didn't. He's the European champion. Some potential disbelief for him too. Looks across at the clock. But the most important thing is the medal. And he's got the gold one. Senek, the silver. He did the 100 long jump double and added the 200 for the treble way back when in Swansea. But he's been beaten into silver. Albrecht Martinez, the bronze. Thomas Young then, gold for Great Britain. Senek, the silver, Ukraine. And Albrecht Martinez, the bronze for Spain. Another day for Jackets, definitely, after a tremendous week here. The final of the men's 1500 metres T20 features the reigning European champion Daniel Peck of Poland, the World Junior silver medalist Yad and Carter of Belgium, and Cristiana Pereira, the world silver medalist from last year. Decent field of 9 going in this. Yachuk silver in the 800 metres here. Kovitch of Ukraine. As away we go in this men's 1500 metres T20, the intellectual category. Poland always very well represented in this. Cork moving up towards the front. Pereira in that new Portuguese singlet that looks so much like the Polish one. He's moving up. Steve Morris was behind him in second position for a little bit of move up by Vukovic into the closing straight. Vukovic on the outside, but Pereira fighting on the inside for Portugal. And the 5,000 metres world champion, it's European champion over 1,500 metres. Vukovic down in the silver medal position, beaten on the line. And the defending European champion Peck is third. Marvellous finish by Cristiano Pereira. Silver in the 1,500 metres, his best European result in this previously. And silver in the worlds from last year at this distance. Great appreciation for the final kick from the man he beat. Kovitch of Ukraine, but Pereira gets the Portuguese gold. 3:25.28, the championship record time. Vukovic, the silver for Ukraine, and Daniel Peck, the bronze for Poland. Steve Morris is fourth for Great Britain again. La Barbera with his third round attempt in the long jump. Marcus Rain with that championship record of 8 metres in this third round. So La Barbera is 6:25 in the previous round. That's another foul. He may yet be overtaken, dropped outside the top 8. Those outside the top 8, their competition will end here. So La Barbera hanging on in 7th. Marcus Raim still leads with that solid championship record. Sev Dikalis of Greece 6:04, and at the moment he's heading out of the competition in 9th. And if he were to add a further 4 centimetres, he would stay in. Might have done it. 6.5 metres potentially. Well, I think that'll keep him in the competition at around 6 metres 50.
The reigning Paralympic, World and European champion Sophie Hahn goes in this from lane 3. 3 from Great Britain, Britain's in it as well, as is Ali Smith, but it's Sophie Hahn who's got away the quickest of all. Hahn's going to take it across the line on the outside. Looks like Germany's going to get second. It's going to be Ave who gets up second, and Olivia Breen picks up the 3rd place. That's a championship record though for Sophie Hahn. She holds the world record in this at 12:44. She had the European record. She's also got the championship record of 12:52. Sophie Hahn, is there anything she can't do? The one nicknamed the Pocket Rocket. Double gold for her. She's already picked up the 200 metres gold in that. She got the championship record in that as well. She got away the quickest of all. Ali Smith on the outside was making up room. Eckler, bronze in the 200, couldn't hold on. She finishes 4th. She gets pipped by Olivia Breen. So it's Great Britain, gold and bronze. Lindy Ave, Germany with the silver. Such a smooth running style. Her grandfather, Larry Canning, played football for Aston Villa and worked as a broadcaster for the BBC. Must be a great man. Sophie Hahn, championship record, 12:52. Lindy Ave with a season best in silver. And Olivia Breen, bronze for her, season best, 13.30.
I remember Larry Canning, great voice. So, this is Mikola Żabniak, our champion in the men's discus F37. We saw his best throw earlier, 49.83. Former European and world champion, and he is European champion again. The gold and silver medalists were embracing there. Ronnie Jensen, the silver for Denmark. Karatanidis, the bronze for Greece. Mikola Żabniak is the European champion once more.
Yeah, I'm feeling like that as well.
There's a souvenir from a couple of weeks ago. Definitely need it today.
Colourful tops as well. Nice hat. Nice bandana as well. I wouldn't mind one of them at the moment. Germany in 1 and 2. Men's long jump T64 keeping well wrapped up. Yeah, German last all round because they are on top.
So Edgarsbergs of Latvia. Men's shot put F35. This is the most restrictive of the coordination impairment categories. And he's been winning major championship medals since Athens 2004 when he won bronze in the discus and silver in this shot. He's won 2 silvers and a bronze at Paralympic Games and this, and additional medals in the discus and silver in the shot most recently at the Worlds in 2015 in Doha. Looks well in control of this. 14 metres 03. Edgarsbergs is our champion with the new championship record, and Kenton Disclefs gets the silver and Andre Valentier of Moldova with the bronze. The final of the men's 100 metres, T54, as Leo Pekatati chases his 3rd gold medal. The 5-time Paralympic champion. He's already won golds in 200 and 400, silver in the 8. Kenny Van Weigel, silver in the 200 and the 400 this week. Nathan Maguire, bronze in the 200 and the 800. 3 major championship David Owens in this final as well. And Malta Hemanka and van der Waterlat in lane 8. Well, Nathan Maguire enjoying a terrific championship, certainly, and he finished second in the 400 metres, disqualified in that, however, so it could have been a fourth medal that he was aiming for here. Kelly van Weigel yet to claim a gold here this week, second behind Leo Pekatati in both the 200 and the 400 so far. Silver in the 2 and the 4 for him in last year's World Championships as well, and bronze in the 1. He's the reigning 400 metres Paralympic champion and had won gold in the 2 and the 4 in the 2014 Europeans. Major championship debut for Hemanka in 7, van der Waterlat in 8. This the first major championship final, full stop. Malta, Scherer, Tati, Almers, Maguire, Van Weigel, Hemanka, van der Waterlat. The final of the men's 100 metres, T54. Away first time. Good start by Van Weigel. Leo Pekatati is getting away and clear. Almers had started well too for Sweden. Leo Pekatati is going to do it again. It'll be his 3rd gold in Berlin. Kenny Van Weigel with the silver and Nathan Maguire the bronze. He came up with a death ahead of Nicholas Almers. The Swede still hasn't won a major championship medal, having been 3rd throughout this race. But Leo Pekatati breaks his own championship record from the semi-final, 13.83, and it's yet another gold for the Flying Finn.
Sprinting down the back straight to keep up with the new champion.
Ever reliable in this, and absolutely unstoppable. And on top of his 3 sprint golds, that terrific silver medal in the 800 metres. He went away so well. Van Weigel had started excellently. Almers likewise. He'll be overtaken shortly, but no one's overtaking Leo Pekatati in this. Fantastic victory. Van Weigel in second, and you can see Nathan Maguire coming in 3rd with Almers 4th, and Hemanka the Finn, who at one stage was brushing 3rd. He was 5th for him. He's got a long career ahead of him, though. Tati has a long career behind him,
We're ready for the men's shot put, F54.
but more successes on the way. That's his 5th European title. It's his 4th medal of the week. 3 gold, 1 silver, and you can't say any better than that. And the sprinters for a long time at European level have just basically seen his back. He is also the reigning World and Paralympic champion. That is his 13th major title, 5 European, 3 World, 5 Paralympic. And now he's starting being good in the 800 metres as well. Gold for Leo Pekatati, championship record 13.83. And Weigel the silver, Maguire the bronze.
So back to the long jump. T64, the man known as the Barbarian. He was banned for 2 years back in 2010 for a doping offence, but he's back. And he's jumping at a European Championship. "51 years of age. If I look that well when I'm 51, I'll be happy." The Barbara's lifetime best coming into this was 6:69. 6:41 is his best so far, 2 fouls. He's in 6th. That man, though, is 2nd. Malakopoulos, with his 4th attempt, he's in 8th position, the Greek. Fresh-faced 21-year-old. The wind's picked up. Into his last 10 seconds to go. And he's away. Well, it's out there just under the 6:50 mark by the looks of things. His lifetime best, he said here, 6:38. 1 centimetre further than what it was coming into it. He's going to have to go some, though, to get up there, and he hasn't as yet. He's in 7th. So back to the track.
This will be a quick final. The women's 200 metres T62. 2 going in this. We've both seen them in the 100 metres final, which was much more populated. Sara Andres Barrio of Spain was 5th in that, and Abasia Rachmani of Switzerland was 4th. Rachmani, who won bronze in the 100 metres at the last Europeans 2 years ago. It's her only major championship medal. Andres Barrio, bronze in the 200 and the 400 of the World Championships in London a year ago. The wind is dramatically strong now in Berlin. Andres Barrio in 4 and Rachmani in 5. A straight shootout for gold. Away first time. Solid starter was by Rachmani in lane 5 for Switzerland. Andres Barrio and the inside lane in 4 from Las Rosas in Madrid, the school teacher. Good to see her back after recovering from serious illness. Rachmani now in the closing straight, beginning to open up a good gap here for Switzerland. And it will be another gold for them. They're excellent in the wheelchair racing, and in the 62s they've got a gold here for Rachmani. 29:32 gets the victory over Sara Andres Barrio, and that's a ratified time now. It's the season's best for Rachmani. There's no solid world record in this yet. They'll all be ratified on New Year's Day. So yet another tremendous triumph it is for Switzerland, and that is their 6th gold medal here this week. And you can't say much better than it's a good contest between these two who know each other very well from the international circuit. And they were just both outside the medals in the 100 metres final, but Rachmani gets the gold here ahead of Andres Barrio.
So back to the long jump we go. It's Calais of France. Well, it's up around the 7 metre mark. He's in 4th position currently. His best was 6:70. That was with his first. That was number 4 there. Cicchetti of Italy is currently in 3rd position. 6:87 is the mark. He has to get up near. He liked it. Had some hang time in the air. Well, 6:69, he's 1 centimetre below. He stays in 4th position. Here is the man currently occupying bronze. Marco Cicchetti, 19 years of age. The top 2 who come after Cicchetti will get the crowd going, both Germans. But here's an Italian. Well, that's up there around the 6:50 mark. So no improvement there on his best so far. 6:87 for Cicchetti. It won't improve. He'll stay in 3rd position. Didn't lose his stride, but just maybe slightly a bit further back, but just didn't seem to get the distance on that one. Tired legs. Tired time for him. 6:41 though with the distance. He's in third position still. Felix Streng. 4 by 100 metres glory with Marcus Reim yesterday. He's won the individual 200 metres in a championship record. He actually broke it twice. And he goes in the T64 100 metre final tomorrow. Busy boy. So Streng with his fourth. Distance behind the board, he's not happy with that one. You can see his face straight away. His second so far is best at 7:71. .25 centimetres further than his lifetime best coming into the competition. Well, what a day to be a German para-athlete with a crowd behind them in this main stand as he moves in for the jump. It'll happen for Marcus Reim as well next. He just gave him the thumbs up. Out of shot there as he walked past. Appreciating the support. .743. Right on the limit with the wind speed as well.
So, Marcus Reim, this is live on German television as well right now. He's our leader, a championship record of 8 metres. Leading by 29 centimetres at the moment. And actually the wind speeds have been generally in his favour so far. But they are quite unpredictable. Here he comes again. Oh, that's a good one. Distance-wise, and he gets the white flag. Well, it's around 8 metres again. And a very, very blustery day. And Reim on the brink of yet another title. Well, that world record that was set somewhat recently, it'll be an improvement, I would think, on the 8 metres we've seen. The championship record, the world record 8:47 set in Mabashi City back in July. Well, Steffi's happy. Marcus can smile a little bit now. Another championship record of 8 metres, 02, a new championship record.
So the men's 200 metres T36, Graham Ballard of Great Britain, already taken gold over 100 metres, the 39-year-old from Manchester. His senior debut came back at 2002 at the World Championships in Lille.
In lane 2, representing Great Britain.
Auf Bahn 2 für Großbritannien, Parks.
In lane 3, ranked number 1 in Europe and the world silver medalist for Poland.
Auf Bahn 3, Weltrang 2.
Schuska will go from lane 3, bronze over the 100 metres. There is Graham Ballard.
In 4, ranked number 2 in Europe.
Big win for him in the 100 metres. Schuska took bronze in that. Roman Pavlik's also in it, who's a silver medalist in the long jump here. The gold medalist in the long jump as well, Litvinenko.
In lane 5, for Greece.
Parks of Great Britain, the second of the British athletes in this.
In lane 6, the championship record holder.
Also represented Poland, Greece, Ukraine and Romania.
In lane 7, representing.
So Pavlik is the championship record holder. He'll go from lane 6.
In
that was set at Studs Canal back 6 years ago, 24.98. Australia's James Turner set the world record. That was last year in London. I remember commentating on that race. That was quick. So Parks of Great Britain in 2, Shuska of Poland in 3, Ballard of Great Britain in 4, Protonotarius of Greece goes in 5, Pavlik of Ukraine in 6, Petria of Romania in 7, and Litvinenko, the second of the Ukrainians, goes from out in 8. Well, they were held for quite a while, but they get away, and getting away rather quickly is Roman Pavlik, who speeds up there, but Ballard as well has moved around that bend. It's sensationally. Shuska's doing well out of your shot on the inside, Litvinenko on the outside, and as they turn into the straight, that's Pavlik and Ballard in front. Can Ballard hold on? Here comes Shuska down the outside from Poland. Shuska, can he get that? Pavlik's at the moment, and Shuska might just get it from Pavlik, and Ballard in third position with the bronze is guaranteed. But Shuska down the last 60 metres, well, I think he might have just pipped Litvinenko on the line. 25.39 is the time for Shuska. That was a magnificent last 60 metres from the Polish athlete. Bronze in the 100 metres. His gold with a season best of 25.39 for Krzysztof Shuska in the 200 metres T36 category. Well, he won gold over 400 as well. Bronze in the 100. He's picked up a second gold. Well, Ballard, who won that 100 metres, he was a silver medalist at the last 2 European Championships, was Graham Ballard. He's a bronze medalist here. He got away quick enough. You see in there, straight past the Greek athlete, Protonotarius. And there, you think Pavlik has got up, but look at down the outside, the inside there, I should say, of Shuska. He keeps on going. He's got a leaning forward running style, and he just gets Pavlik on the line, and Ballard has to settle for bronze. He's been trying very hard over the years to pick up that gold in this event. He got the gold in the 100. He's bronze in this, but Shuska wins it from Pavlik. Ballard takes third. So Shuska with a season best 25.39. Pavlik of Ukraine with silver, and Ballard of Great Britain picks up bronze.
Calais in the long jump. 6.70 is best coming in the opening round. He's had a 6.69 most recently in round 4. This is the 5th round. Kichetti 17 centimetres beyond him. That's a nice one, around 7 metres. That's what he was looking for, and now all he needs is the white flag, which he's got. Calais might just have stepped up into the bronze medal position with that one. The man who won world bronze in London last year, European bronze in Grosseto 2 years ago. The man they call JB, the first ever para-athlete to compete in the able-bodied French Championships. He's been threatening that for a while. Calais moves into bronze, 6 metres, 95. Fantastic. That's what he was looking for. He'll be celebrating until Christmas. Fabulous.
He's not finished.
There's still 2 medals to aim for. Kichetti will return to. So underway in this women's 100 metres, T54. Great start. Helbling, Kataya, Sobreski, Vandenbroek, Bakari and Balakula is between Kataya and Subrigeci here. They've won world titles before. It looks like Kataya's going to get it for Finland, and she has. Subrigeci in second place. Helbling is in third. And the world champion beats the European champion, and emphatically. She's won world golds in the last 2 championships, and Kataya takes that 17.08. Subrigeci, who took the 100 metres title 2 years ago in Grosseto, she won the 200 metres here with Kataya in second.
Well, that's Cicchetto's 5th jump. I'll finish the sentence before. Helbling came in bronze. So Cicchetti is now chasing down Jean-Baptiste Alaise, who has taken the bronze medal position. But he'll stay in 4th position, 670, no improvement on that 687 but before. Cicchetti has some work to do with 1 jump left. The crowd will get going in a moment because that man there, Felix Streng, is going to be hitting the board. He's already picked up 2 golds here. Realistically in this, you would think it's going to be silver he's aiming for because of Marcus Ream, who's ahead of him, but here goes Streng, quite a win behind as well. Oh, a foul by a mile, he's almost jumped out of the pit.
Well, that's the thing about the wind speed, is that it'll affect your run-up, and it certainly did for Streng there. That's his first foul of the competition. We actually haven't had very many. We quite a few in the opening round when the athletes were still trying to get acquainted to the conditions here. You'll see spots of rain on the lens. Thankfully, it's nothing that's affected the competition much so far. So, 1 jumper left to go in this 5th and penultimate round. Germany in the gold and silver medal position. Born in Bolivia, based in Leverkusen with Bayer Leverkusen. Marcus Reim, the 4-time world champion, the double Paralympic champion, double European champion. And it was Heinrich Popov who got him interested in this not very long ago, just around 6 years back. 8:02, that championship record in round 4. Can Reim pull out a long one? Oh yes! Oh yes! Well, that 8:25 from the other European Athletics Championships a fortnight ago might just have been eclipsed. That from Miltiadis Tentoglu that won him gold for Greece. That pit extends to just about 9.5 meters. Just imagine a huge gust coming up. 8 meters 11 extends his championship record. The wind speed is legal for record purposes. He's on his way to another gold. He's putting out a big performance for the home crowd in Berlin. So that 100 meters T54. Time to take a calm assessment of this now. A fine start it was by Katoya, the reigning world champion from London last year, but Subrigeci won the 100 meters final in Grosseto. The last Europeans tried hard to fight back the Turkish athlete, but Katoya takes another major championship title ahead of Subrigeci in second, and Helbling of Switzerland with the bronze. 17:08 was the winning time in the end for Katoya, and well, Finland have got some magnificent sprinters, don't they? The wheelchair racing, such a Tight finish in the end, and Katoya claiming it. Vandenbroek moved on quite well on the championship day, went up at Terry to take fourth spot ultimately, but it's Katoya's glory, European champion for the first time since 2014. And she was only 100th of a second outside her championship record when she took gold in Stadskanal back in 2012. So it's the third European title in 4 in the 100 metres for Katoya. 17.08 for Finland, Subrageci the silver for Turkey, and Helbling the bronze for Switzerland.
The women's 200 metres T37. No Georgina Hermitage, the world record holder, who's not at these championships. Natalia Kobzar is there, though. Gold already here over 400 metres in a championship record. Silver over 100 metres. And the 18-year-old won the world championship gold over 200 metres last year in London. So on the inside lane, it's Manon Jeunesse of France, who was silver here in 400, the lady who won para-triathlon gold back in 2016 at the World Championships in Rotterdam. Usteritz of France will go from lane 4, Kobzar of Ukraine in 5, Mandy Francois Ali in lane 6. Gold over 100 here. Adelstein Dodder of Iceland will go in 7, and Jasinska of Poland in 8. There is Mandy Francois Ali. $100 metres gold. Can she add 200 metres in the T37 coordination impairment category? Well, she got away quickly indeed. She's already gone up on the outside of Adelstein Dodder of Iceland and gone moving straight past her, and Kobzar is in there as well, so it looks at this stage so it's going to be a race in 2 between Mandy Francois Ali and Natalia Kobzar. And Kobzar there, can she peg back the lead of Francois Ali? She's moving in very nicely with about 5 metres the distance, but Francois Ali is going to hold on. Mandy Francois Ali is going to make it a 100-200 double. Kobzar in 2nd, and on the inside in lane 3, it's Laura Usteritz of France who picks up a bronze. France gold and bronze. Ukraine silver. Well, Francois Ali, a championship record of 27.86. Also, a lifetime best for her by 0.02 of a second. Well, she got away extremely quickly out of the blocks. Straight past the Icelandic athlete, Adelstein Dodder. Kobzar, when it came to the last 100, had straightened up and looked like she had the measure of the French lady. Big distance between 2nd place and 3rd. It's Francois Ali does the double over 1 and 2. Kobzar in 2nd, and Laura Usteritz, who took bronze in the 400 metres, takes bronze in the 200 as well. Gritting the teeth, really acknowledging the fact that she's picked up another gold. She was happy when she won the 100. She looks happier winning the 2. France take gold and bronze. Ukraine with silver. So there it is, championship record for Francois Ali, a double for her at these championships. Kobzar with the silver, and Manon Jeunesse.
Well, we've already seen glory from Oni Tapia in the discus this week. He took gold, and Bill Marinkovic the silver, and they come head-to-head again in the shot as Calais prepares his final attempt at his men's long jump T64. He's currently in the bronze medal position. And quite a jump up into 3rd above Gichetti. 4 left to go. Calais, well, he needs another 80 centimetres, and you know what? If he gets the white flag, he won't be far off it. That's huge. That is massive. 6.97 his lifetime best. He came within 2 centimetres of it with a windy 6.95. Out he goes beyond 7 metres. There was a big gust around the time. It's the longest jump of his life. And for record purposes, it's good. At 7.20, it was actually incredibly into a headwind. How about that? It's bronze. There was more to come. 7 meters 20 is magnificent. I'd put the vest back on quickly if I were you. Sensational. Absolutely sensational. Nathan Cater in the crowd appreciated that. A multi-gold medalist in her day, and there have been quite a few of them. Calais into the bronze. Kichetti, the only man who can deny him.
What would he be thinking at the moment? He's just seen that. He's seen the celebrations. Calais is taking over the microphone from Jeff Whiteman down there.
Well, I don't know if they're allowed. I've never seen a competitor do that in the middle of a competition before.
Well, here's Cichetti. Well, how's your luck, Marco Cichetti? He's got 34 centimetres to overtake that last jump of Calais.
Foul.
Well, there's our top 3 guaranteed. Calais will pick up the bronze. Cichetti finishes in 4th. 2 fouls for him, his best of 6.87 with his 3rd jump.
Yeah, okay.
He's enjoying himself, isn't he? He might sing us a song afterwards.
With every reason in the world. So we've 2 to jump. And Streng secure in silver, Rame in gold. Rame with a 40-centimetre lead over Streng, who had that lifetime best of 7.71. But we're ready to go then for the final of the men's 100 metres T53, the second fastest of the wheelchair racers. 3 golds so far this week for Pierre Fairbank of France. On a global basis, Fairbank has 4 golds in his career. Paralympic gold over 200 metres in 2000. And then 3 others in the worlds of 98 and 02. Lane 5 for France, Nicolas Brignon, who's won 3 silver medals here. Gastaldi, bronze in the 8. Mo Jomny, bronze in the 2 and the 4. Fairbank in 3, Gastaldi 4, Brignon 5, and Mo Jomny in 6. Away first time, and Fairbank so strong. Look at that start. The main contest is for silver, without a doubt. Pierre Fairbank is going to make it 4 gold medals. Brignon is going to make it 4 silvers. The big battle is for bronze now, and it's a photo, I think. Jomny just, but there's no doubt about Fairbank, there's no doubt about Brignon. 15.65 is just outside Mickey Bushell's championship record from Swansea 4 years ago, but Pierre Fairbank wins 15.65. Brignon in 2nd place, and Jomny got the bronze.
So Felix Streng with his 6th and final attempt. Lifetime best of 7.71. Can he get any further? Well, it's a clean jump, but it ain't going to be any better than 7.71. Sometimes on those you see the athlete extending too far and fouling. He didn't do that, but he didn't really get a clean takeoff either. Maybe mismeasured it slightly with that wind, but outstanding for Streng. Always difficult as well when you've got someone in front of you like Marcus Rame. So Streng will pick up a silver to go with his 2 golds so far at these championships, one in the 200 metres individual and one in the 4x100 with Marcus Reim yesterday evening. Here is that man, Reim. Championship record with his last jump, 8.11. I don't know why, but I always believe he's just about to jump out of the pit at some stage, such as his length. So the crowd are going to be revved up to the extreme. Will he give us something extra special? The Paralympic champion, the last 4 World Championships he's taken gold. This will be his 3rd European Championship title in a row. Marcus Reim, jump number 6. Oh, that's out there. That is long. He has blasted 8.11, I can tell you. Well, he holds the world record of 8.47 that he set just last month in Japan. The only question here is going to be the wind speed. Oh, I thought he was going to... He almost went out of the pit. Almost went out of the pit. What's he got? Well, he likes it. Oh, I can tell you why he likes it. 8.48, a new world record for Marcus Reim. His previous mark that he set last month was 1 centimetre less. 1 centimetre. Marcus Reim, he's got the crowd going as a German 1-2. And Marcus Reim, he makes it a 3rd European Championship title. He adds that to his Paralympic titles, his World Championship titles. Marcus Reim, is there anything he can't do in the men's long jump T64? What an athlete, what a man, what a competitor.
If you're going to break the world record, do it on home soil to win European gold live on German television. With the greatest respect to the world record he set in Maebashi City in Japan a month ago, this is a much larger stage. It was his lap of honour jump. He'd won it a long time ago, his final attempt. 2 things had to be right, the distance and the wind speed. And the wind speed plus 1.3. That was enough, that was sufficient. Got the run up right. Got the takeoff absolutely right. On the board, Plumlee. And he landed out of the pit pretty much. And I've never seen that before either.
I'm telling you, they're going to have to make the pits bigger for this man. They're not long enough.
That was just awesome. That was nothing short of sensational.
Well, we've seen some things at these European Championships. I've seen many things, but that has to be up there in the top 3 without a doubt. Goodness gracious me. I genuinely thought he was going to jump out of the pit. String on his right. Picked up the silver. Lifetime best for him. World record for Marcus Reim. There's confirmation of it. World record of 8.48, breaking his own mark he set last month in Japan. Felix Streng, lifetime best in silver. A lifetime best for Jean-Baptiste Calais as well. So back to the track again, the women's 400 metres T13, the least of the visual impairment categories. 4 go in this. The gold medalist over 200 metres at these championships. Also the gold medalist over 100. She's going for the sprint treble on the outside in lane 6. That lady there, Lelia Azermadova of Ukraine. In lane 5, it's Natalie Nielsen. 5th in the 200 metres, the 29-year-old is yet to medal at her major championships. Carolina Duarte, of Portugal from lane 2. Silver over the 200 and 100. And in lane 3, Asli Adali of Turkey, who was a bronze medalist over the 1500 metres, the 20-year-old at a first senior major championship. And they all get away, and lovely from there is Carolina Duarte in lane 4, who gets away quickly indeed. She's gone up on the outside past the Swedish athlete Nilsson and is sitting in there very nicely indeed. There's Adzadamova on the outside in the blue vest. So at this stage, it's Adzadamova who leads from Duarte from Portugal in second. In third place, it's Nilsson of Sweden, and trailing back, it's Adali of Turkey, who's out of the running at the moment. It's a race in 2 for this gold medal. Adzadamova in the blue on the outside, and Duarte of Portugal with the pink headband on there in lane 4. So it's lane 4 up against lane 6. As Duarte, who currently leads from Adzadamova. Can she hold on, though, as they come down towards the finishing line? I think she can. She's pulling away. Adzadamova tightening up somewhat, and it's going to be Carolina Duarte who goes across in a championship record time of 56.66 seconds. In second place, that's Lilia Adzadamova, who couldn't add to the gold over the 100 and the 200. And in third place, it's Natalie Nilsson of Sweden. Trailing off in fourth, across the line, Asli Adali of Turkey. But that championship record, 56.64, it's been rounded down to. Carolina Duarte, she's had an outstanding championship. She's picked up 2 silvers. She now has a gold to go with it. Well, we've seen the Portuguese do extremely well at these championships. Luis Goncalves, Correa Bessa as well, over 4 and 8. And Portugal again coming up with the gold when it really matters. She came around that final bend into the last 100. And Adzadamova was doing her best. She couldn't quite get there at the line. She fell away in that last 50, and Duarte held her form. She held her pace. And the lady who took up the sport in 2004 with the Belenenses club in 2015 and 2016, she lived in London, where she met her coach. 400-metre bronze at the World Championships. She's the European champion over 400 metres with gold, though. Wonderful stuff indeed. Bettering the bronze she took 2 years ago. She takes the gold. Championship record for Duarte. Adzadamova couldn't pick up a third gold. She takes silver, and Nilsson with a lifetime best in third position. Adali in fourth.
Well, Marcus Rame getting all the acclaim, and deservedly so. And for the top 5 with lifetime best there, including that world record 4. Marcus Rame, lifetime best for Streng as well, 7.71, but that 8.48 was absolutely magnificent. Now can Onay Tapia produce something like that? F11 in the shot put, complete visual impairment, having already won gold in the discus this week. 12.48 he leads with, that was in the first round, this in the second, and that a tremendous throw. Bill Marinkovic currently lying in second position, 10 metres 87. Madzi of Poland third, 10.43. Tapia, you'll remember, was the professional baseballer from Cuba playing in Italy. And then towards the end of his career his eyesight failed, but he's won Dancing with the Stars in Italy. We've had Giussi Versace, the great sprinter, competing in that as well, and part of somewhat well-known family.
Rather slightly.
Can update you, by the way, Tapia leading, 12.48. He's in the gold medal position. In that women's 200 metres T37, disqualification for the second place of Kobza. Francoise lead the gold. Jeunesse the silver for France now. And Adalsteinsdottir gets the bronze for Iceland. In the other 100 metres that we've just seen, Pierre Fairbank, Nicolas Brignon, absolutely marvellous again. Gold and silver, the 4th race this week that they finished the 1-2, and Jomny just coming up for the bronze medal for Great Britain. Well, he's delivered yet again in these championships. Nicolas Brignon in the T53. Absolutely scintillating. Quite a gap as well to Brignon. And, well, you have to doff your cap to him. Another recruit from New Caledonia. 4 gold medals for Pierre Fairbairn of France. 4 silvers for Nicolas Brignon of France. Germany gets the bronze for Great Britain. Another final to hugely look forward to. The women's 800 metres, T34. Hannah Cockcroft, 17 major championship gold medals and 1 bronze. Calais Dunnigan, the 100 metres champion. And in between them, the bronze medalist in that 100 metres final, Joyce Lefebvre of Belgium. The women's 800 metres, T34. It's underway, and we're expecting another straight shootout between Cockcroft and Edenigan. That's 2 victories for Edenigan in the past month over Cockcroft, who in her first 17 major championship finals had won each and every one. Now Jason Smith has 18 championship gold medals to his name, but Cockcroft, well, there would have been major personal disappointment, no doubt about that. The fact that Edenigan would have finally taken away that astonishing golden streak. She had never been beaten in a championship final prior to that. Edenigan from Coventry, Cockcroft, who's come out of the University of Coventry with a journalism degree, and Edenigan, who was a spectator for London 2012. Cockcroft was her sporting hero, and now her #1 sporting rival and teammate as well. The bell is coming. Cockcroft leads. Edenigan in second position. Lefebvre way back in third. This has developed into a tremendous rivalry, and Cockcroft was still winning the golds all the way through in Doha, in Rio, in London. Now we come to Berlin, and after that victory for Edenigan over Cockcroft with that world record in the anniversary games in London in the 100 metres, then turn Cockcroft over here in Berlin in the European Championships. It's cat and mouse. It's Cockcroft leading the way out where she wants to be, but Edenigan is exactly where she herself wants to be as well. The acceleration's on the way. Who's going to get the gold? It'll be gold and silver to Great Britain, but what's the order going to be? Edenigan looking to move on the outside. Cockcroft's in lane 3 almost. Edenigan moving out to lane 4. What a sprint between these two. Cockcroft still holding her own, and she looks like she's going to take it. Edenigan accelerating, but Hannah Cockcroft, it's a gold medal each. Cockcroft wins it 2:14.37. It's a championship record. Edenigan gets the silver. This is a rivalry that will endure for years to come. Edenigan took the 100, but Cockcroft comes back to win the 800, and that is her 18th major championship gold. 3 in the final. Joyce Lefebvre will finish third. There won't be a bronze medal for her, I'm afraid. But the lady from Antwerp who won bronze in the 100 metres, and Cockcroft, well, she'll be top of the podium again. Championship record 2:14.21, and it was hers. It's way outside her world record, but that is absolutely irrelevant. What a sprint between these two. And Cockcroft, well, it feels like she's been around forever, but she's still only 26. Wheelchair races go on forever. Edenigan, 17 years old, turns 18 2 days before New Year's Eve. Well, Cockcroft had gone way out, actually, into lane 3. Very, very shrewd. Edenigan constantly having to readjust. And if the finish line was any further away, they might have ended up in lane 8. But Cockcroft really, really wanted that one. Hannah Cockcroft back in golden form again. Championship record 2:14.21 and Denigan the silver.
So Orni Tapia won the Italian version of Dancing with the Stars last year. Now he's dancing with a shot put. Well, that's out there near the 12-metre mark. Opener of 12:48. Already won gold in the discus we've seen this week. The former baseball player in Cuba before making his move to Italy. So Tapia doesn't improve 11.82, but he is in the gold medal position, looking to do that double. Miroslav Madzia. He's had more success in the discus. He's yet to medal in the shot put. Oh, that hurt. This is the F11 category. That's complete visual impairment. The assistant might get a fine there. Not dragging him in the right direction. Bit of a knock to the knee. But he's ready to go. Miroslav Madzia of Poland. 39 years of age this year. And that's out around the 10.5 metre mark, just inside the boundary markers. Third position, maybe an improvement. 10.43 is best to date. .43, 10.30. What will this one bring him? Well, I can tell you what it brings him. A season best of 10.78. He stays third. Where's Bill Marinkovic? Paralympic gold in Javelin. Took the silver in discus behind Orni Tapia. Countless world, European medals in discus, javelin and shot put, a real all-rounder. Well, it's over the 10-metre mark. His first two, 10.87 exactly, both of them the same. So his consistency is certainly not to be disputed. This one, though, isn't going to be as far. So Marinkovic, after they finish their third throws, will be in the silver medal position with the halfway mark having been reached.
Marinkovic with a couple of 10.87s so far. And this attempting to cut the gap between he and the leader Orni Tapia. Tapia with that 12.48 in the opening round. Madzia with the 10.78 a few moments ago was edged closer towards Marinkovic by only 9 centimetres away. A couple of throws of 10.87 from Marinkovic so far in this F11 complete visual impairment final. He's been winning major championship medals for very many years. Very successful in the throwing competitions, this and the discus. Looking to get the follow-through right. We do have quite a delay with it.
The women's 400 metres T11. Joanna Mazur of Poland, who's already won silver here over 200 metres, bronze in the 100, gold in the 1500 metres. Now looking to medal again. That lady here as well, Claire Fels, the 20-year-old law student from Barcelona, silver in the long jump. All the athletes in this field have medalled so far in this most visually impaired category. Mungira Ortiz, the 18-year-old from Bilbao, her first major senior championship. She's bronze in the 200 metres. She's going from lane 7. Joanna Mazur from 5 with Mikhail Stavitsky, her coach and guide. Alamur of Turkey, she took bronze in the 1500 metres. She goes for 3, and Player Fals of Spain, as I said, silver in the long jump, goes from lane 1. So they all get away, no problems whatsoever. Nothing to really speak of over the first few metres, but now Joanna Mazur and Mikhail Stavitsky are making up ground on Mungira Ortiz on the outside, and Mazur has gone into first place. So it's Mazur in first place, it's Mungira Ortiz in second, and in third place it is Alamur of Turkey with Mohammed Emin Atan, her guide, with her as they look around the bend with 200 metres to go, and they've now taken over second place. But out in front is Joanna Mazur with around 150 metres to go to see if she can hold on for another gold medal. They come around heading in to the main straight. It's Mazur who leads from Alamur of Turkey, third in the 1500 metres. She's currently in second position here in this 400 metres race. And then it's a battle on for third place between the two Spaniards. Mungira Ortiz, who's struggling in the outside lane, and Player Faust has actually fallen, so she's gone down, so there's only 3 left, and it's Mazur who's going across and take the victory. 1:03.69 in second place. It's Turkey and Osnur Alamur who picks up a silver, and coming home in third place it's Mungira Ortiz de Cosca of Spain. But way back as Mazur celebrates with Mikhail Stavitsky picking up another medal at these games. Her second gold medal, having claimed the 1500 metres, bronze in the 100, silver in the 200. Joanna Mazur wins, but disappointment for that lady there. Player Fowles, she took silver in the long jump. She really struggled around that straight, and she went to the ground. I didn't quite see whether she just fell down or whether she tripped, but she's really struggling in the background. The rest of the athletes congratulating each other who went across the line. Mungira Ortiz picking up third position. Well, there's the start. That's Player Fowles there, the blonde-haired Spaniard on the inside with Robert Diaz Ibanez. And there they are there as they... Alamur comes around the pass. Now here she is in the background. You can see she's really struggling. She's exhausted, and well, she's just gone down. Just a case of absolute exhaustion there with 100 metres to go for Marichelle Player Fowles. Well, silver in the long jump, fourth in the 100 metres, 20 years of age, the law student. And the medics are out there now with her, and it just looked like she hit her absolute breaking point at that point. But this lady didn't hit breaking point. She's got a smile on her face. Always great to watch Joanna Mazur and Mikhail Stavitsky. They work well together. Look at that smile. Being told that she's won it. Must be nice for Stavitsky as well to just say, look, you've won this. You've won another one. To add to all those other medals she got now, she was also 1500 metres winner in the World Championship last year. She's a European champion here over 400 metres to add to the 1500 metres she won here as well. There's confirmation of it. Mazur with the gold. Alamur picks up silver. Mungira Ortiz de Cosca of Spain in third, and Marichelle Player Fowles does not finish.
That 8:48 by Marcus Rame, the new world record in the T64, has been exceeded by only 2 men in the world on the IAAF circuit this year. One Miguel Echeverria 8:68 and Luva Mayonga 8:58. Janis Rakicki as we rejoin the shot. This is the F55 final. Rakicki, 13 meters 90. In the F57, Rakicki takes the gold, a championship record. Nabiev of Azerbaijan the silver, and Damian Kulig of Poland takes the bronze.
Portugal have been enjoying themselves at these championships. In 7th position are the Portuguese. Very enjoyable for them. They picked up another one today. More track events to come, but there is plenty of field action still going on here on day 6. So Madzio of Poland.
This is F11, complete visual impairment, and currently lying in the bronze medal position.
And you just notice a little plaster on his left shin there. That wasn't there for his last one, because as he was walking towards the circle, he went straight into a hoarding, and there was a slight amount of blood, so he's got a plaster on there now. No problems with the throw, though. That's out there over 10 metres. Edging up towards 11. 10.78 with his third. He's in the bronze medal position. That was a season best, his third. .10.70 was his best this season coming into it. Well, he's in third position. He's yet to medal ever in a shot put event. Very strong in the discus. But at this stage, he's in the bronze medal position. 10.62 with 2 throws left.
The final of the men's 400 metres, T13, least visual impairment. And 3 are going to the line. We've lost Ivan Lukashevich of Belarus, so we know who the medalists are. Bereshuk gold in the 1500 metres final. Nippon bronze in the 100. Bereshuk also with bronze in the 5000. Nippon here, his first championship medal claimed. Here in the 100 metres, the World Junior 200 metres champion. He's in 3, Bereshuk 5, Sancho Villanueva 6. So away first time, and Sancho Villanueva off superbly. Bronze for Spain in the 4x100 metres in the 2014 Europeans, the 2015 Worlds. He's never won an individual medal, but he will here. Nippon has suddenly got a good spurt of speed on, and the inside lane in lane 3. The 100 metres, bronze medalist. He's a world junior champion, comes out of Szczecin in Poland. Lukashevich, unfortunately, unable to start. Nippon got a great start, and a good finish is on the way for him as well. Jakub Nippon for Poland, on the way to becoming a European champion for the first time. Sancho Villanueva fighting to defend second place from Bereshuk. Nippon is tying up, but he's going to do it. Nippon wins it. Sancho Villanueva the silver, Bereshuk the bronze. 52.29 is the winning time for Jakub Nippon. Well, it was the bronze in the 100 metres behind Smith and Bialik. And he was well clear there by almost a second. 53.32, Sancho Villanueva in the silver medal position. He has the congratulations for Jakub Nippon, who gets a hugely emphatic win here. And he was away very swiftly out of the blocks. Sancho Villanueva had the best start, and then lost a lot of that momentum by halfway, and that's when Nippon hit the front. And on he continued to stride. Sancho Villanueva, having been in the gold medal position for the first 200 metres, looked as if he might lose the silver at one stage, but Nippon never in any doubt that he would be the European champion here. Bereshuk needed a final kick in the last 25 metres, didn't have it. Sancho Villanueva the silver and Bereshuk the bronze. Jakob Nickpon, who turned 20 years old back in May, and that World Junior Gold that was claimed in Knockville when the IAAF World Championships were on in London. It was very wet during that week in Switzerland as well. Well, somewhat inclement here, but Nickpon takes the gold. Sancho Villanueva, a lifetime best. The silver for Spain, and Bereshuk the bronze for Ukraine.
Evgeny Iguodin. From Moldova. Currently sitting in 5th position. Best of 9:37, that is a lifetime best. This is his 5th attempt. Don't realise how big that shot is until they put it up next to their ear. Away it goes, just short of the 10-metre mark. So 9:37 with his 4th, that might actually be a little bit better. 9:39's ahead of him, that's Stretenovic, who's in 4th position from Serbia. 10:78 is 3rd position. He's not up there, but he might well sneak into 4th position with this. Thumbs up, happy with that. He is up in the 4th. 9:60, an improvement of a fair bit for him. 23 centimetres, in fact. He moves into the 4th place position. This is the man who was in 4th, Stretenovic of Serbia, with 9:39. Lifetime best of 10.70. His season best is 9.80, so 41 centimetres short of that at the moment. 5th attempt for Duško Stretenovic of Serbia. Well, it's pushing around the 9.5 metre mark. Big yell as he lets go of it. David putting jackets on, indeed. Foul throw, so his 2nd foul throw in a row. He's in 5th position. Miroslav Madzia. Occupying the bronze medal position. Can he achieve a dream and actually medal in the shot put? He's thrown a season best anyway. 10.78, that season best. That's out there over 10 metres as well. Difficult to tell there from that angle whether it was up near the 11 mark. It's certainly pushing around that 10.78 that he's thrown already. Well, it's pushed around it all right. It's gone past it by 4 centimetres. 10.82, he improves that season best. He's in 3rd. As we head to the track, the 400 metres T52 wheelchair category. 7 taking part in this, only 1 who hasn't medalled at these championships so far. The world record holder, Peter Hennen, won gold over 100 and 200. He's not in the 400. That man there, Thomas Gierspiegler, is the European and Championship record holder in the T52 category. Hennen was the world record holder, or is the world record holder, I should say, in the T51. So Helder Mestre, who will go from lane 2 of Portugal. He's in the T51 category. The other remaining 6 athletes are T52. T54 being the strongest wheelchair category, T51 being the weakest of the categories. So down the bottom of your screen there, you can see in lane 2, Helder Mestre, the 51-year-old, is a T51. And look out for Gierspiegler, who's already won gold over 1,500 metres at these championships. So 400 metres, T52 final gets underway. It's Mestre who goes in 2, Piet Bosch in 3, Trinidad of Portugal in 4, Gierspiegler in 5, Skukas of Lithuania in 6, Bloom of Switzerland goes in 7, and Hadafa Adawi of Italy is out in lane 8. As they work their way down the back straight, it is the Lithuanian Kęstutis Skukas who has the lead at the moment. He was silver behind Gierspiegler in that 1,500 metres, and at the moment, as they come around with 150 to go, he does lead. Now Gierspiegler is going to have to get a move on. He's currently in 4th position. It is Skutas who leads, and on the inside of him, it is Mario Trinidad who's up there as well. And then further on the inside again, it is Piet Bosch of Switzerland. He's always there or thereabouts. Gierspiegler looks like he's in a bit of trouble back at the end there. And here comes the Lithuanian Skukas, who's in 1st position. Further inside, it's Mario Trinidad of Portugal. And here comes Mario Trinidad of Portugal. Can he get Skukas on the line? It's Skukas there. Skukas just gets it on the line. Well, Mario Trinidad is there. Piet Bosch comes home in the bronze medal position. That was a start-to-finish win there for the Lithuanian Kęstutis Skukas. So he adds to his silver he picked up over 1,500 metres. Gierspiegler wasn't the day for him. It was the day for that man, though. Kęstutis Skukas takes the victory. Trinidad in 2nd from Portugal, and Piet Bosch comes home in 3rd. 108.39 for Skukas of Lithuania. Well, he was 5th over the 100 metres, didn't medal there. 5th in the discus as well. He's had some joy in both the 1,500 metres when he picked up silver, and he's finally got the goal, but only just. Have a look at that. Look at Mario Trinidad as they come down to the line. He looks like if he had another 5 metres, he would have done it. He knows it too, slams down the hands. He realised that if he had a bit more time, he would have taken the victory, because Skukas was plain worn out at the end. He put in all the effort. He led from the front. And he held on to take the win. So Kęstutis Skukas, 108.39, holds off Mario Trinidad of Portugal. Piet Bosch up in the medals again, takes bronze.
So 5th round of the men's shot put F11. Bill Marinkovic of Austria, who's already gone out to 11 metres 01 in the 4th round. That's when we had to go away to the track. Took a long time for it to be measured as well. Tapia still leading for Italy with 12.48. And that, looking like Marinkovic's best of the day, is just about 19 centimetres clear of Miroslav Madzi of Poland in 3rd place. And the rest beyond a metre in deficit of the top 3. Marinkovic, a very, very solid throw.
It's not
11.09 in the silver medal position.
Sretenovic in 5th position. The bronze medal position is currently 10.82. So realistically, it's not an option for Sretenovic, but stranger things have happened. Not today, though. Strange going-ons are not happening. So he had 2 fouls before this one. He's best was 9:39 in his second attempt. He's had 3 legals, 2 fouls, and then this. Lovely camera work. Nice shot. What does the Serbian think? Well, 981, he's improved his season best. He's in 5th position still, though. So Madzia is finally going to medal in the shot put. Man from Poland, Miroslav Madzia. Well, that's out there over the 10-metre mark. One of his hobbies is tandem cycling. He won silver in the F11 discus at the European Championships 4 years ago. Lost his complete sight at the age of 12. Took up para-athletics. He's won medals. Discus in 2014, as I said, at the Euros. He's going to pick up a bronze here in the shot put. 10.75. So here's the Austrian great, Bill Marinkovic, a Paralympic champion in the Javelin. Countless world, European medals, discus, javelin, shot put. He's the real deal. Just turned 45 recently. That's out around the 11 mark. 11.09 with his 5th. The mark he had to get to was 12.48. Oni Tapia, who's already won gold in the discus. So if this doesn't get out around that, which judging by what we just saw it won't be, then the Italian Tapia will have a double in shot put and discus. So 10.98, so that means that Marinkovic picks up silver, and it'll be Oni Tapia of Italy who does the double in the discus and the shot put. He's got 1 left to go. This man began playing baseball and rugby in Cuba. Took up para-athletics in 2013 in Bergamo in Italy. He won the Italian version of Dancing with the Stars last year in 2017. Well, that's out around the 12-metre mark. Doesn't really matter because he's already thrown 12.48. He's got the gold medal wrapped up.
And the new European champion is Oni Tapia of Italy.
So he's won double European discus now, having won here at these championships in Berlin, also won in Grosseto 2 years ago. In Grosseto, he picked up 5th place in this event, the shot put. So 4 places better off, and he's won a gold medal for Italy. His second of these games, 11.72 with his 6th. He is the gold medalist for the second time at these championships. 12.48 his best throw. His lifetime best coming into it was 13.37. He didn't worry about getting up near that, but he still takes the gold.
We don't.
So let's confirm those final standings. Oni Tapia, 12.48 with the gold. Marinkovic of Austria, 11.09. Miroslav Madzia, a season best, 10.82. He finally wins a medal in the shot put.
So the long jump track is filled again, as we have another long jump competition to bring you 4 in this, so it's going to fly.
T12 medium visual impairment.
Well, it's Sergei Berta Cobb of Belarus who'll be the first to go, the man who finished in the bronze medal position in this 2 years ago, but he was the 2014 dual long jump and high jump champion, and previously the world high jump champion also. Next up for Lithuania, fourth in the long jump of the last Europeans and fifth in the previous ones, Yanis Ignaitis. For Germany, the 400 meters European champion back in 2014, Thomas Ohlbrecht, will be well supported here. And for Sweden, the silver medalist in the long jump in the last Worlds in London last year and the last Europeans in Grosseto, it's Tobias Johnson.
It's a four-man lineup for the T12 Long Jump final.
And well matched as well.
Ja, meine Damen und Herren, Sie haben es eben schon gehört und ich habe gemerkt, dass hier zu Hause ist. Thomas Ohlbrecht aus Berlin.
Day to keep warm however you can. There, you see, thought that was going to be really smooth, didn't you? And tender. And then a flag just comes right across. Already seen quite a bit of Thomas Ohlbrecht already this week. Sergei Berta Cobb, tremendous campaigner, who's won 4 major championship golds in his career and a further 4 major championship medals. 4 golds, 4 bronzes, nothing in between. And Berta Cobb's coach, you might remember, Igor Fatinov, who competed for many years for Belarus and has quite a lot of major championship medals in his own right. I really should have picked up one of those warm blue jackets at the other Europeans a couple of weeks ago.
Did you ask?
No. Got a couple of Berliners though, so there you go.
Don't ask, you don't get. Couple of relays to finish this session as well later on. It's in the 4x100 meters universal relay.
Well, Berta Cobb will be first to go in the long jump, and we'll tell you more about those relays when they come along. It's the first time that we'll have seen them in a major championship. Obviously, if you're very familiar with para-athletics and you go to some of the Grand Prix meetings, you will have seen them before. So Sergei Berta Cobb will be the first to go in this. World Championship gold in the high jump in 2015, bronze in 2013, and in 2017 he won the long jump last year at the World Championships in London. That was in this T12 category. 3 European golds to his name and a bronze. Berta Cobb to get us underway in this long jump. Oh, he's gone out towards 7 meters. And they will start measuring as well from that indentation in the chalk dust. That's because it's T12, it is medium visual impairment, which means it's the larger takeoff area and the middle pit that we're using of the 3 here. The markings on the far side are still there from the earlier T46 final, T64 final. And that's an amazing leap, world record from Marcus Reim. 8:48 has only been beaten by 2 men at the IAAF circuit this year. "24 jumps we'll have in this final." That the first from Berta Cobb. It'll take a little bit longer to measure, of course, because it's the Last impact in the chalk, measured to the first in the sand. But just judging from the markings on the far side, that should be 7 meters or thereabouts. Matej Schroeder, the world record from 2009, and the championship record that was 15 years old is gone. Berta Cobb, first attempt, 7 meters 11 into the lead, championship record. Minus then of Lithuania, who's only ever competed in the long jump and major championships in the Europeans, 4th and 5th going back in time, 8th in the Worlds in London last year, 7th in Doha. The guide's not required here. Minus is going out to around 6 meters, 6:27 is lifetime best, 5:97 is season's best for the 21-year-old. Based out of Calais. He's studied physical education in his home city's university. Coached by Janina Tribbiani. That's a lifetime best by 2 centimeters, 6:29. The wind has abated quite a bit compared to what we saw with the 64s earlier. And there she is.
So Thomas Ohlbrecht is up. We've had some German success, you might say, already today in the long jump. A guy called Marcus Rain, you may have heard of him. Felix Streng with the silver. Rain broke the world record in the long jump T64 category. This the T12 category, medium visual impairment. Well, no issues there. That's a white flag for Ohlbrecht. Senior debut 15 years ago. Best of 8th at the World Championships in 2011. He's got quite a distance down there. Berta Cobb has 7:11, which is a championship record in first place. He goes into second, 6:35 for Thomas Ohlbrecht. So this man, we saw his brother competing earlier on, Per Johnson, in this championships earlier. And this man here picked up T12 Long Jump silver in Doha 3 years ago. Silver in 2016. That one there is nothing. Incorrect takeoff. He didn't actually foul the board as such and go out over the distance of the wider takeoff area that we see in the T11 and 12 category. Look at that wind, plus 3.7 as well. Really gusted up. We saw the championship record from Berta Cobb a little while ago, so that was under the +2 reading, but that one there, up over +3. Here is Berta Cobb talking of the man who set that championship record. 7.11, he's coming up for his second.
That definitely meant as well that Johnson, because of that really strong gust behind him, +3.7, he misjudged the jump, really. He's medalled in the last 2 Europeans and the last World Championships in the long jump. So Berta Cobb with that 7:11 early on, and that's around the same mark, and he took off a little further away this time. So that might come close to that new championship record he got. The old one was 6:76 from Stéphane Bozzolo for France back in the 2003 Europeans in Assen, which was long before the televised era.
Well, Berta Cobb doesn't improve, 7:05, but he is in first position by some distance still. 36 centimetres, in fact. Here goes Yanis for his second attempt. 6:29, a lifetime best. Puts him in the silver medal position. Men's long jump, T12, medium visual impairment. Took up para-athletics at the age of 13. Well, that's out around the 6 metre mark. His season best coming into this was 5:97. The sun came out just in time for his jump as well. We've had the full array. Bit of rain, bit of wind, now the sun's out. Long may it last. He'll be happier jumping in it. Is he happier with the result? No, 6:22. So, bit of coaching going on, where to put the legs, where to kick from. He'll come back for round 3 in a moment or two. This man is in round 2. Thomas Ohlbrecht. Well, that's a red flag. He's gone too far over there. Big takeoff area, but he exceeded it by quite some distance, so a foul jump for Ohlbrecht in his second.
It's an interesting combination of events for Ohlbrecht. We saw him in the Javelin earlier this week. He finished 5th in that, and he was in the heat of the 100 metres as well, but did not progress. And won't here.
There you saw the toe go out. That large area has taken the mark from where the athlete jumps from, so not from the end of the board like it normally is in the categories outside this particular one. There's Tobias Johnson now with his second attempt. His brother didn't have much joy earlier on in the competition. How's he going to go? Well, nothing the matter with that. Nothing the matter at all. You can see with the marking on the far side, but it doesn't really necessarily get taken into account with this way of measuring, because as I said, they measure from where the jumper's front of the toe goes from to the point of where they land. Good technique, good jump. Is it a good score for Tobias Johnson? .689. It's much better than his first. He's in second position. So Berta Cobb will be back up again shortly for his third.
I'm better.
I remember when Sweden last held the a major championship, which was 2013, the European Indoors in the Scandinavium in Gothenburg. On the final day, for about an hour, they just had an hour of solid jumping. It was long jump, it was triple jump as well, and high jump, bit of pole vault. It was fantastic. Absolutely nothing happening in the track. It had about an hour of track races and then suspended for an hour. They love their field events in Sweden, as they do across the Nordic Scandinavia. In fact, right across Europe, as we know. But that was a particularly nice touch. Berta Cobb has passed his third round attempt. He leads in 7:11. Will conserve energy. Tobias Johnson, 6:89 in second. Here's a minus with his third round attempt. That lifetime best of 6:29, and you know something? That's in and around the same range. Minus at a 6:27, not this year. Going into 2018 is his lifetime best. He's improved on that by 2 centimetres. It's actually a big help having those markings on the far side, even if they're a looser guide than they normally would be. He took off, as you'll see, very close to the edge of the chalk. He was okay with that. Good consistent set of marks. 6:24, but he doesn't improve. He stays fourth. It's only 6 centimetres off Ohlbrecht in bronze. So, a debut for the Universal 4x100 metres relay. Germany and Great Britain going in this historic heat. The teams must consist of 2 men and 2 women. There must be a visually impaired athlete, a coordination impaired athlete, an amputee or prosthetic athlete, and a wheelchair athlete. Katrin Müller-Rothgart is in the opening leg for Germany, along with her guide, Alexander Kosenkov. To get underway, Germany are going woman, man, woman, man. Great Britain are going man, woman, woman, man. So it's Müller-Rothgart against Zachary Shaw, Great Britain. Ali Lassen is on their second leg. Linde Arve, who's had great success this week at T38, winning another medal behind Sophie Hahn earlier today. She's on the third leg. Alison Balde in the T54 is poised and ready to go, and he is poised right now in the last leg. He'll be up against Dylan Lebroy, who came up for a bronze earlier this week. And in terms of the categories, well, they're both starting off with a visual impaired. Then Germany go on to an amputee athlete, or a prosthetic athlete actually, who's up against an amputee athlete in Laura Sugar. They've introduced something in swimming in the past few years, and actually it's a lot of fun because basically you've no idea what's going on. It'll be Linde Arve against Sophie Hahn. That's the only leg in which there are 2 women against each other, and then it's Balde against Lebroy, a straight shootout in the T54s. Balde, who moved up for bronze in that 800 metres final, but was then disqualified along with Castley ahead of him. Who got the gold, so Tati was promoted to the silver. So Germany against Great Britain. Germany, Müller-Rothgart, Lassen, Arve and Balde. Great Britain of Shaw, Sugar, Hahn and Lebroy.
On your mark.
Well, here we go. This could be a lot of fun. Germany against Great Britain. It'll be woman against man, man against woman, woman against woman, man against man. And the categories are all the same, so it is visually impaired, paired off, and coordination impairment paired off. Amputee / pathetic against each other, prosthetic, and wheelchair against wheelchair.
Set.
So away we go then in this universal relay 4x100 metres. Müller-Rothgart's had a great time of it with the gold and 2 silvers. Zachary Shaw will change first, handing over to Laura Sugar in the T44. Müller-Rothgart, Germany have made an absolute meal of it. End of story. Müller-Rothgart was due to give to Ali Lassen, who is seems to be away now. But Great Britain away. Sophie Hahn will hand over to Dylan Lebroy. And Lebroy will come through and will get the win for Great Britain. Germany have continued on. I think they may well be disqualified as Alve sends Balde away. But Lebroy will come through, will get the win for Great Britain. And it's 50 seconds of a victory for Great Britain and Germany in second spot. Shaw, Sugar, Hahn and Lebroy, and they got it all right. And they're into the final. German efficiency. Not today, thank you. Well, Sophie Hansiger had a great week as usual. Goals in the 100 and the 200. Well, Mullerock got away. Again, Zachary Shaw. Shaw naturally faster, so there was a bit of catch-up needed. That was a good handover, the little touch on by Shaw to Sugar. And then, Lassen just went too early. And he just carried on. There wasn't a little touch. Germany will get disqualified for that. And then Hahn lets Lebroy go away. And then Ave sent Balde away. This is an event which may take a while to bed in. Great Britain get the victory. Great Britain 49.59 and Germany in second 53.29 as Johnson's about to go in the long jump T12. We're in round 4.
Tobias Johnson, fourth attempt, 6.89, currently in second position. And that's out there around the 6.5 metre mark. He started with a bad one. His second one was good. His third wasn't as good. He's been consistent, you can say, since his first one didn't quite go to plan. So Johnson at the bottom after the first, he's currently in the silver medal position. 6.87, no improvement on that. Here comes our leader from Belarus, Sergei Berta Cobb. A master of sport of international class in Belarus. Actually won the high jump world championship in 2015, the T12 category. In the world championships, and that one out over the 650 mark, thereabouts. Add on a bit for the mark they could take it from on the board. In 2014 at the Europeans, this man won gold in both the high jump and the long jump. He won high jump gold in 2016 in Italy, in Grosseto. He got long jump bronze on that occasion. At the moment, he's heading for long jump gold. 7.01. Still the first with a championship record in that opening jump of 7.11.
And Germany disqualified in that relay because they didn't touch around after that opening changeover. So Great Britain through, and Germany just got to practice. Minutes of Lithuania as we begin the fifth round. It's the T12 long jump, that lifetime best 6.29, but you look at his mark so far, 6.22, 6.24, 6.27. That doesn't quite look to be up to that same level, but only by probably a margin of a dozen centimetres or so. These are probably the best sets of results he's had in his life.
Just while we're waiting for this, I wonder how much practice, if any, that the relays have actually had before they go and do that. I'd have to suspect that they haven't had any practice at all. It's one of those events where you all of a sudden just put people together. As we get Yanis' fifth jump, 6.11, so he's in 4th position, no better than his first, as he gets a bit of coaching. And you just wonder, though, how difficult that actually is from the different categories when you're going from, basically a T11 who's going to hand off there. It's very difficult.
Well, we're going to see Ohlbrecht now in round 5, 6.35. He's very close to Yanis in 4th position. He's pushing for the bronze. That's a foul by Ohlbrecht. I mean, a lot of sports, athletics as well, they've brought in the IAAF World Relays in recent years, so there are mixed relays in that, which they're looking to bring in to the Olympic Games and major championships. In swimming, we've seen in the past Olympic cycle, they've brought in the mixed relays, the mixed medley relay, which, again, it's a lot like this. There's a lot of commotion. You've got women competing directly against men and different ability athletes as well. But in the end, the four are supposed to all level out, and you can have a major fight back coming, particularly if in the last leg you've got a man from one category swimming against a woman in another, because obviously in swimming and athletics the men come up with faster times. It works in swimming. In athletics, I mean, the jury's out. It's a very, very young event, and obviously the universal relays here in terms of championship action are about 10 minutes old. But we've got a second semi-final to come, and we've got Johnson to come on the track now in this 5th round. That's a decent effort. They've taken away the measurement board, by the way, because it's not strictly needed for this, but it's sort of useful. Johnson 6.89, 6.87 he's had in rounds 2 and 4. They'll measure from where he took off. And the consistency continues. No improvement though, 6.85. Wind has risen up again. So confirmation visually that Germany have been disqualified and Great Britain are in the final. So heat 2 of this universal 4x100 meters relay, France, Italy and Spain. So in the opening leg it is France with Timothy Adolphe, Italy with Carlotta Bertoli and Spain with Leah Bill Quintana and her guide David Alonso. Well, Timothy Adolphe, having won 2 gold medals last year in the World Championships and then being disqualified because the guide stepped in front of him, and different guides, by the way. The bib wasn't on, and that, I would think, is the guide's job. And he got disqualified for that after winning last night. Them's the breaks. So for Francis, Timothy Adolphe with his guide Jeffrey Lamy, Angelina Lanza, the great Mandy Francois-Ali, who won the 100 here, won the sprint double, and Julian Casserly was disqualified after finishing 2nd in the 800 metres final. He's the T54. Italy, starting with Carlotta Bertoli, the visually impaired athlete, then Riccardo Bigheidi in the amputee category. He'll hand over to Oksana Corso, that great champion in the T35 that we've seen year after year. Diego Gastaldi is running the anchor leg for them. That's Carlotta Bertoli, who'll begin for Italy, the visually impaired athlete. Spain, it'll be Bill Quintana to get underway with her husband David Alonso. Great success in the sprints for her, with gold and glory going her way. She'll hand over to Sara Andres Barrio. She in the prosthetic category, 62. Handing over to the coordination impairment, Lorenzo Albrecht Martinez, and then in the wheelchair for them, Joaquin Alvarez Medina. Bill Quintana is T11. I hope she was told to wave to the camera by David Alonso. So it's Adolphe Lanza, Francois Ali and Cassely for France. Bertoli, Pagani, Corso and Gastaldi for Italy. Bill Quintana, Andres, Albadeco and Alvarez for Spain. And all in order: visually impaired, coordination impairment, amputee/prosthetic, and then wheelchair is Ohlbrecht. He has won the bronze medal. Yanis unable to overtake him in this final round. 6:35 his best. That might be an improvement, but Yanis finishes 6 centimeters behind. 6:02 for Yanis in the last round. And Ohlbrecht, that is his best attempt. 6 meters 43, and he gets the bronze. And that is his first ever long jump championship medal. So France are going man, woman, woman, man. Italy, woman, man, woman, man. Spain, woman, woman, man, man. So it's the winner that goes through, plus the next 2 fastest losers. And because of Germany being disqualified, the 2 fastest losers are going to be in this. Just get it over the line. So away they go. First time of asking. Adolphe for France, Bertoli for Italy, Bill Quintana for Spain. And Adolphe getting off to a reasonable start. He'll pass over to Angelina Lanza, who's had great success herself this week. It's Pagani for Italy, it's Andres Barrio for Spain. And this is good progress by Pagani, who's up against 2 female athletes. He'll hand over to Oksana Corso, who had great success in Lyon in 2014. And coming in is Mandy Francoise Ali for France. Mandy Francoise Ali leading for France. She'll hand over to Julien Cassely. It's France who lead. It's Italy in second. Gastaldi receiving from Corso, and Alvarez for Spain in third at the moment. And it's going to be France who will take it by a good margin. France win 49-65. Italy in second, and Spain will be third. And the stewards will have a look at it, obviously, because that's the way relays are. 49.51 the winning time as Cassely comes home. Adolphe and Cassely both winning medals, and then both disqualified subsequently in their individual races, but I'm sure they're fine here.
It hasn't as if it's happened at one championship either. It's happened at a few. So I'm sure they are fine here as Berta Cobb gets set to go in his last of the long jump. 6th and final attempt for the man who's currently in first position with a championship record of 7.11.
7 meters 11, that championship record in the opening round. He's got out a nice distance again. Berta Cobb, who won European gold in Swansea in the long jump. It was bronze 2 years ago. He's twice the European high jump champion over T12. A good effort. It's beyond 7 meters, and that's his 4th attempt today. That's gone beyond 7. Berta Cobb, 7 meters 07, and he is the European champion again. It's the 4th European gold of his career. There's no high jump for him this time around. And he can take the Belarusian flag, can celebrate now. He's been here before.
No shortage of wind for the flag to be blowing here today.
So Berta Cobb takes the gold for Belarus, 7 meters 11 and a championship record. Tobias Johnson, the silver for Sweden, and Thomas Ohlbrecht, the bronze for Germany. That relay result still given as unofficial for the time being. France with a national record of 49.51, Italy second, and Spain third. Still to be ratified, but there didn't seem to be a major problem, unlike the first heat. Lanza and Francois Ali. Tremendous campaigners for France they've been in their careers. Well, this is how it got away. Calais, Medley away for Italy. Timothy Adolphe was always going to be the fastest in that leg, and then Begani for Italy took the advantage. He was up against Angelina Lanza for France and Andres Barrio for Spain. Francois Ali and Corsa have been great campaigners in their careers. Francois Ali rocketing away to make sure that she would get the victory for France to set Casseley away. And Julien Casseley untroubled, a margin of almost 5 seconds at the end, 49.51. Italy second, Spain third.
No baton in this event either, it's a simple tag, so that's where a bit of controversy could come into it as to whether people have actually tagged and where they've tagged each other and so forth. So we will await with interest.
So France take it, 49.51, Italy in second position and Spain third.
So Yana Lebedeeva of Ukraine. Bronze in the Javelin, who are already here at these championships. So in this event, she picked up silver at the World Championships last year. In the seated events, all the athletes have their 6 throws at the same time, and at best, she saved until last a European record, 5:43, and Lebedeeva in first.
So that competition continuing, but we're just about to depart. Lebedeeva is the leader with 1 throw to go. Well, it has been a terrific day, and that world record from Marcus Rame, 8:48. The third longest jumper in any branch of athletics. France, Great Britain, Italy and Spain are into the final of the universal 4x100 meters relay. Marcus Rame had that championship record of 8 meters 11. Continuously improved as the competition wore on, but being live on German television today. Final attempt in this European Championships in Berlin. Wanted to round off with something special. And that is precisely what he would produce. Standing up past the sandpit in the end. He's broken the championship record 3 times prior to this mark. 7:76, 8:02, 8:11, and that world record, 8:48, breaking the mark that he set a month ago in Japan by a centimetre. Celebrating with his coach there, Steffi Nereus. Something very, very special indeed. A little bit of history. 8:68, the longest jump in the world this year. 8:25 won the European Athletics Championships at the Olympic Stadium a fortnight ago, but that 8:48, absolutely magnificent. Marcus Rame, the European champion for a 4th time. to go to his 4 world and 2 Paralympic golds. Marcus Rain, the world record, 8:48. Streng the silver, 7:71 a lifetime best, and Calais the bronze for France. Again, a lifetime best of 7 meters 20. Nicolas Jabnak going in the men's discus, and he a prime campaigner in this event for many years himself, and he would not be surpassed at this time around either. He's the former European and world champion, this F37, the second least restricted of the coordination impairment. Ronnie Jensen of Denmark had pushed him close, but Jabnak in the end with a winning throw of 49 meters 83. Congratulated by Jensen there. His winning margin was 6 meters. Karatanidis, the silver, bronze for Greece.
Bergs of Latvia. Only 3 in this event. European record holder. This here out with a big one, breaking the championship record. That's held by France's Thierry Saboni. That was set in Assen way back in 2003. He smashed it. The previous record was 13:36. 14:03. Edgar Bergs picks up men's shot put, F35 gold. And then the women's 200 metres, T47. Victory again for France.
Angelina Lanza taking the gold here, and we saw quite successfully in the relay a few minutes ago. Edging out Alicia Jereman of Poland in there, the former Alicia Fyodorov, with Yashova of the Czech Republic in the bronze medal position. But Lanza, well, great campaigner, and how she has come of age now. Successor to Francois Ali and Lefeur in terms of track action, or the latest on the list at the very least. Well, this is Thomas Young of Great Britain, the 18-year-old, going in the final of the men's 200 metres T38. Alberto Lareco Martinez had won gold in the 400 metres, Senek gold in the long jump, but Young blitzed them both. It's an interesting running style leaning forward, but he takes the honours, a lifetime best, 23.70 seconds. He is young, and he'll be around for a long time. Thomas Young of Loughborough winning the gold for Great Britain, Senek silver for Ukraine, and Alba Ladeco the bronze.
Women's 100 metres T38. No need for mentions here. Sophie Hahn, the world, Paralympic and European champion. It was Great Britain with a championship record through Sophie Hahn. Olivia Breen picked up a bronze medal to make it a British first and third. Lindy Arve, the home favourite, taking the silver, but 12:52, the championship record from Sophie Hahn. She wins European gold yet again. First and third to Britain, second to Germany.
Now the men's 100 metres T54, and Leo Panatati having quite a week. He'd already won the 200 and the 400 metres here, entered the 800 for the first time and won silver in that. And here he is claiming his 4th medal and 3rd gold of the week in the 100 metres. Tati edging out Kenny Van Wiegel into 2nd place. Nathan Maguire of Great Britain into bronze. Championship record as well. It had stood just a day, which Tati had set in the heats, 14.08 seconds. And Tati is a European champion for the 5th time. Tati's gold, 13.83, the championship record. Van Wiegel 2nd, Maguire 3rd. Well, in the women's equivalent, quite a sensational race this was, and Amanda Katoya working very hard. The reigning world champion fighting against the European champion, Subeida Zubarakechi of Turkey. Katoya just having enough in the end to take it in 17.08 seconds. And Amanda Helbling of Switzerland picking up her 4th medal of the week. Gold in the 4, silver in the 2 and the 1500, and now bronze in the 100 metres. That's quite a spread of medals. Supragechi had won gold in the 200 metres as well, but turned over by Katoya here. 17.08 seconds the winning time. Supragechi second, Helbling third. And here's a man who's already hit gold this week.
Oni Tapia, yep, he won discus. This year in the shot put. The man from Italy going for the double. The former Cuban baseball player now throws in the T11 section in both the discus and the shot put. Success already in the discus. Success surely coming in the shot put as well. Great technique, great strength, great power. And usually he comes up with great distances, as he did in this. 12.48, that first throw there, too good. And he claims the double at these European Championships. Discus and shot put to Oni Tapia of Italy. Confirmation, he beats off Marinkovic, who takes the silver. Miroslav Madzia, his first ever medal in shot put. Till next time, though. We'll see you later. Bye for now.
Yes, back tomorrow for the final session. Tomorrow we're underway at 14:30 Central European Time. That's 1:30 in the UK, Ireland, and Portugal, 12:30 GMT. Floodlights have just come on. The action will be continuing tomorrow. And Marcus Rain has given us something very, very special indeed. Until tomorrow, from Will Downing and Tulson Tollett, it is goodbye.